All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday noontime. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, Yeshua, the Messiah. I pray everyone is super blessed. It's a cool day, guys. I've got the adrenaline going. As usual, if we can get this stream up to 1,250 likes during the stream, we're going to be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. That's right, the chickens were thirsty this morning, guys. The chickens were thirsty this morning. Let's see what's going to happen. We're going to be going over some Bitcoin, guys. Also, I'm about to share this stream on Twitter right now. You're going to watch me do it. Go ahead and retweet the stream, guys. Let's see if we can get a few 100,000 people to watch this video. Can we get 200,000 viewers? Let's see. Let's see. We will be live momentarily, y'all. Stay tuned. It's just Jason and Carl go into McDonald's.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
Me too. All right, y'all. Well, we are live, as I was saying, on this beautiful Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, guys. It's a Tuesday. I want to talk about what is happening right now with the Bitcoin price. We have just gotten a massive, pump to the upside, guys. And I'm currently in a long position. I just TP'd one right here. A real TP one. I took out almost half of the whole position right here, guys, for a nice TP1, okay? And I want to talk a little bit about how I was able to get into this trade, why I took the trade, what I was looking for, the confirmations that I saw on the chart. And it all begins this morning, guys. in the VIP Discord where I was looking at potential trade setups for the day. There were quite a few I was looking to take, and one of them was a chickens drinking water from coming back down to the low of this sideways range that we've been trading in for quite some time. And of course, we did get the confirmations I was looking for. On the 4-hour time frame and down, we got the juicy uneven butt cheek pattern on market Cipher B. As we came into that box of support, we can see that even on the 4-hour time frame, we were getting the uneven butt cheek pattern right here on the 4-hour time frame. And we could see that we had a very juicy butt cheek over here on the left, followed by a kind of oblong shaped multiple butt cracked cheek here on the right, as the money flow is even getting thicker. And here's the thing about the Bitcoin price. We've literally been trading sideways here in between this high and this low. And I have to say, guys, I closed out of my shorts. I did close out of the shorts that I was in from here and the short that I was in from here. Maybe I kind of FOMO'd out a little bit, but I just wanted to take that profit. And now I'm long again from the low down here. And here's the thing, y'all. Here is the thing that we need to be aware of right now in this moment, is that this could be a straight shot to $100,000. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but here's the thing. There's no reason to think why we wouldn't actually come back up to the high of this range. In fact, my next TP is going to be $30,400 if we make it there. And if not, then I'll close the trade in profit, right? So, a few things, right? We've been trading literally from the low to the high, to the low to the high, to the low to the high, to the low. Could we go back to the high? It's very, very possible, right? But here's something else that we need to be in mind, that we need to bear in mind, which is this. Shout out to whoever thumbs down the video. May the Lord bless you, and I hope you find the content that you're looking for. The other thing that we need to keep in mind here, guys, is the fact that we are coming up to a local area of resistance right here, which is the high of this mini range that we've been trading, right? We are also coming up to the high of this mini range, and if we are unable now to put in a higher high and we fall back down into this area, in fact, let me remove this golden pocket, right? Let's say that we do fall back down into this area here, right? That would be quite bearish. Actually, that would be quite bearish if we come back down below the level of 29,373. And we try to. We're trying to right now. We're flirting with it, guys. We're flirting with it. We're trying to ask it out on a date, okay? Like the time that I tried to ask out a girl on a date, okay? It didn't work out so good for your boy Jason Castor, right? That's why I have never been able to have a girlfriend ever in my life since the time that I asked out this beautiful girl right here. Her name, Six Juanita. Those who follow the channel, you know her name. Her hair follicles, absolutely beautiful. Nostrils, absolutely gorgeous. Dark and juicy nostrils. Chiclet-shaped teeth like that gum you used to get in the quarter machine when you were a kid. You just want to chew up the orange and the green ones. We might, if we cannot put in a higher high here, fall back down. Now, I do have to say, we come to the 12-minute time frame. And we do have the potential right now on the 12-minute time frame to be getting an extremely bearish signal here, okay? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I am saying we definitely do have that possibility of getting an extremely bearish signal here. Because what we have on the 12-minute time frame, market Cipher B, is the money flow coming down. We have the momentum waves coming down. And we absolutely do have the upside down pig teeth divergences on the 12-minute time frame. Okay, let me show you what I mean by the upside down pig teeth divergences. What we have to do is we have to take the pig's teeth and screenshot them, and then let's see, can I do this here? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Okay, here we go. Upside down, we can see that the pig teeth are getting lower. Okay, when you turn a pig upside down, a pig who's offering breast milk to her young. Okay, and you see those teats getting lower. Okay, as the price is getting higher. That can be a bearish signal, and we absolutely see right here the pig teats, the nipple, 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 as the price has put in a higher high here. So this really is the point of decision, I would say, right now, right here, right now. Are we going to go see a $100,000 Bitcoin, or are we going to dump? Okay. Now, for me in the long trade, guys, I have to be honest and say I'm happy with the profit I've made. In fact, I should take out more profit while I'm talking, while I'm going through this, guys. While I'm going through this, how many contracts do I have left on the trade? I had 8,000, more than 8,000 contracts. I'm going to take out a little bit more here. Let's take out another 700 contracts, just so that I can say that I've secured a $2,000 profit. That's really what I want. That's fine with me for the day, guys, because I'm not out here trying to become a multi-billionaire. I'm just trying to make sure I have enough chicken feed to feed the chickens, if you know what I'm saying. So let's check out the 1 minute time frame. Let's check out the health of this trend here. We can see that on the 1 minute, things don't necessarily look too bearish. We do have an anchor wave and a trigger wave right here, which doesn't really mean much on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 6 minute and see what we have here. 6 minute actually looks pretty good, I would have to say, because this momentum wave here looks like the VWAP wants to cross back up again, potentially putting in another higher high. So I think there that my take profit did get hit. Did it get hit? Sounded like it got hit, but I don't really see the... oh, only a few orders got filled there. I guess PHEMEX kind of flops and gropes when it comes to filling orders, huh? PHEMEX does tend to flop and grope when it comes to order filling. Let's see. Did anything real high? Okay, there we go. There we go, guys. That's what I'm talking about now. That is what I'm talking about now, guys. You know, I've closed, you know, more than half the trade now. I'm fine if we keep pumping. My next TP is going to be up here at $30,400, back up toward the high of the range. And if we dump from here, then I'll take my $2,000 profit and walk away. Just walk away. Yeah, but as I was saying here, guys, we do need to just be aware of the fact that the 12 minutes is looking a little bit bearish here. If we take a look at the order flow chart, just to take a look at what's happening, we can see that when we came down to the bottom here, we did have a decent amount of shorts shorting, and then they kind of got stuck a little bit, and then I don't know what happened after this VWAP, guys. We just a whole bunch of shorts just closed out their positions. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of longs FOMO'd in. Then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of longs FOMO'd out, and now a whole bunch of people are longing again. All right, they're longing again, and I do have to again give another word of caution here. Give another word of caution for those of us who are heading up to a $100,000 TP2 here. The word of caution is that we can see that although people are longing very much so here, until we come above this previous high at 29,620, we are getting bearish divergences on the cumulative volume delta. We are getting bearish divergences on the 12-minute time frame as well. Money flow coming down. Guys, I am on the edge of my seat. Literally, I'm shaking, guys. I am shaking to see what is going to happen here with this Bitcoin price. Are we gonna pump, guys? We really might pump, and it could be really crazy. This could be a crazy pump. I've been feeling it in my bones, guys. I have been feeling it in my bones that we were really gonna pump. Man, I have been feeling it in my bones, and hang on, give me 1 second here. All right, yeah. Give me 1 second here, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's kind of the deal right now, y'all. That is kind of the deal. And as I've been saying for a while, as we get this 4-hour green dot on market Cipher B, a juicy 4-hour green dot on market Cipher B, is that there is the very real possibility that this was an actual bottom here, right? So I'm hoping that this is an actual bottom right here, and that we can continue to pump up from this area. And the reason why I say that this could be an actual bottom is because, as we know, we go to the daily time frame on on the chart, not on market cipher. And if we take our Fibonacci retracement tool from this low to the high, we can see very clearly that we came down and we have bounced perfectly from the golden pocket. And then this 618, this macro 618, the reason I have that green box right there is because that macro 618 has been acting as perfect support literally now for 6 touches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, depending on the time frame, you could say that there were 2 touches in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6th touch here. And so this is exciting, guys. We're coming to macro support. And we're seeing bullish things on market Cipher B. As we are trading in this range here, we see the momentum and the money flow getting higher. When Bitcoin ranges sideways and the money flow and the momentum get higher on market Cipher B, that is the basic strategy that CryptoFace speaks of in his market Cipher tutorials, right? We're looking for the money flow, and we're looking for anchors and triggers. And not only did we get that, but we even got a bullish divergence where the price made a lower low and momentum made a higher low. And shout out to everybody who took the trade in the VIP Discord, because we were looking at it. We've been actually waiting for it for more than just today. This potential zone right here, the trade setup given earlier this morning, exactly what I wanted to see on the 4-hour time frame, and that is exactly what we are seeing right now. So honestly, y'all, the next major resistance that we have is still going to be this box right here. And by the way, if you do want to join the Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. We do have a great community of traders in here posting the juiciest technical analysis. Shout out to Aladdin. This guy in here he's newer, but he is an advanced technical analyst posting the juiciest technical analysis. Of course, White Phoenix. Of course, K-Pax, Crypto Viking, this dude also very, very good with the TA. In fact, this right here is basically the same exact trade setup that I was looking for. We all work together, and our TA gives each other confluence. That's what's so great about having a community like this, right? Technical analysis, confluence. It's all about the confluence. Let's check out the 1 hour now. 1 hour looking pretty dang juicy. The 1 hour, this is what I want to see. When I go to the diner and I see price coming down to a key level and I see that waitress come out, Dolores, looking all skinny with her cigarette in her hand, talking with that raspy old voice and that Brooklyn accent. Hey, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee. So you can tell right over here, the money's in the right butt cheek, right? The money is in the right butt cheek. It ain't in the left one. You might get a little something from the left one. But the right one over here, that's where the real pump comes in, right? And we've seen this before, right? We've seen it over here, right? That right cheek, that's where the real pump comes in over here. And then we saw it up here too, right? We saw it here where we took the short. Shout out to everyone who took the short in the VIP Discord, right? Where's that trade setup that we took? Where is it? Was it that one? Well, we did take this one too. We took this trade too, but nah, there was a better one over here. It was this one over here, right? This one from right up here, we took that short too. And the reason why we took it is because we saw the upside down butt cheeks over here, right? And that's how this range has been trading, actually. I mean, we for pretty much, well, not this low and not this high, but from this low and this high and then this low and then this high, we've got the gluteus crookimus telling us the top and the bottom are in. And that's what I really like to look for when we're trading a sideways range. I like to see, okay, if the price is oversold or overbought, and the indicator is also oversold or overbought. That is what gets me into the position. So, for example, if we're going to take a look at the volume that traded throughout this whole range here, right, we can see that this is defining for us a fair value for the asset while we trade in this sideways range. And the main places that we want to be looking for trades are at the top of the range and at the bottom of the range. We want to buy low and sell high, just like our grandfather told us to do. When we told him we were getting into investing, he said, "Hey, son, let me tell you something." Wait, that's Dolores' voice. He said, "Oh, son, you're getting into investing, huh? Let me tell you a thing or two." Investing is easy, son. All you gotta do is buy low and sell high. It's all you gotta do, right? But for some reason, most traders, they don't buy low and sell high. They buy high and sell low. But if you ever see a sideways market on a chart, you could literally just draw boxes at the highs and at the lows and say, you know what, I'm only going to take shorts at the top box and I'm only going to take longs at the bottom box. And in between, maybe I just won't even take a trade. And you can pull some volume through here, and this volume will define for you a fair value for the asset right here. A fair value, right? This is where most people want to be buying, so you know if it comes down below that fair value, you're getting it at a discount. Yeah. And if it comes up above here, well, then you should look to short it because you know you have something that's overvalued and it needs to have a correction downward. And so when you see, for example, that the price is oversold, meaning you're getting it at a discount, and you also see that your indicator, market Cipher B, is oversold, right, meaning it's coming below that negative 60 line, or whatever you use to get into trades. For me, market Cipher bizzle, right? This, especially when you see gluteus crookemus coming out, right? Gluteus crookemus, where you say the uneven butt cheek pattern, that is telling you that there's confluence that you are oversold in both price action on the chart and the indicators. And gluteus crookemus, when you see that face looking right at you, winking at you, and it has those nice eyebrows, right? Those nice eyebrows. Who could hate this face? Even nobody could hate this face. Look at that cute little baby face. Gluteus crookemus right here. Telling you, hey, it's time to long, man. Got a few little hairs sticking up at the top like that. Yep. Got it. Oh. 12-minute money flow cross. Let's check it out, guys. So, excuse me, guys. See, gluteus crookemus doesn't look so good on a lower time frame. Money flow's crossing to the red, by the way. Let that be known. Let it be known. Let it be known. And so, you know, look at this face. It's a beautiful face, guys. It is a beautiful face. And, what was I saying here? Crap. Well, anyway, this is the preferred way that I like to take trades. Buy low, sell high, look at the indicator, look at the price action, and when all things line up, go for it, man. Go for it. I've been waiting for this for a while, man. Last night, I was flopping and groping a little bit, took a little crappy entry long here, got stopped out of my entry, was waiting for lower today, finally got it. Whew. Shout out to Crypto Lifer, man. Crypto Lifer. What's going on, Crypto Lifer? Thanks for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, the baby butt face, man. That's how I get into the juiciest trades, with the baby butt face. Bill says, yes, trader, so show your current trades. Okay, I'll show my current trade. This is my current long right now on PHEMEX, and I just closed out my long on ByBit, which I had. I will upload a short video later showing the long position that I had on ByBit, but I took full profits out of that position because I wanted the profit at the top of this little mini range here, guys. But I have this one still open, and I already have taken out half of the position here. So now it's a guaranteed winning trade. My stop loss is right here at my entry, and you know, I've locked in $2,000. And if we keep pumping, guys, if we keep pumping, I'm going to hit another TP up here at the top of the range. And if we dump, well, that's okay. I have other plans as well. So shout out to this guy, Bill Roz, who's asleep because I don't show my open trades. And shout out to Crypto Lifer. Crypto Lifer, man, what do you think about this? Everybody go check out Crypto Lifer on YouTube. He has a great YouTube channel. He's a great technical analyst. He's a great trader. he trades all different types of coins. He makes calls that are spot on. Go check him out. Go check him out. But Crypto Lifer, what are your thoughts on this, man? Do you think this is a fake pump? Do you think we're going to see lower? Because I see mixed signals. I see really mixed signals right now, Crypto Lifer. So I want to get other traders' take on this. So yes, so that high volume node, says Christopher Colucci, looks like a nice resistance. It does. And let's see what happens if we do take the golden pocket pull from that high to this new low that we put in. You could see that, yeah, we do have some resistance coming in right around 30,400, the golden pocket, which is why I have my next TP set up there at 30,400. So that is this point of control also obviously is going to be resistance, and it is interesting. We do have a high volume node right here where we're currently finding local resistance. Let's check out the 12-minute time frame again. Let's turn on our indicator, because I am well aware, guys. I am well aware that this could be a dumperoonie. This could be a dumperoni and cheese right here, guys. In fact, this signal right here that we're seeing on the 12-minute time frame, historically for me, is a very, very bearish pattern, right? This is a very bearish pattern right here, where when we see the money flow and the momentum waves getting lower, this is a bearish pattern. But we do have to admit that right now we have a breakout and a retest. Resistance now flipped into support, right? We build our little house right here, and it's a 2-story house, right? Well, hang on. It's a 2-story house, okay? So this is the first floor right here, coming right down to the support. This is the second floor right here, okay? Now, above both floors, we have the roof, okay? Now the roof is made with trend lines and not with the brush tool, right? The roof is made with trend lines and not with the brush tool. And so, let's put a chimney on here. Basically, this is the house, and we just built it, okay? It's a 2-story house. And this is our friend. His name is Sylvester Stallone, right? That's his name, Sylvester Stallone. He's super jacked. And Sylvester Stallone, what happens is, every time he jumps up, he hits his head on the ceiling and comes back down. And we can see that happen right here, right? We come up, hit our head on the ceiling, we come back down. We hit our head on the ceiling, we come back down. We hit our head on the ceiling, we come back down. But Sylvester Stallone, if he takes the stairs, instead of trying to jump up through the roof, like this, now he's on the second floor, and if he jumps up, he's going to fall down and find support on what used to be the ceiling, but now is the floor. Uh-oh. Ah! Uh-oh. So now what's happening is the fiberglass is giving out on the top floor, and he's hanging down, and he's like, help! Help! Somebody help! He's hanging on by his arms up here. Help! Help! Help somebody! Because he needs somebody to come pull him up before we just fall right back through the what used to be the ceiling is now the floor, right? This is called a retest. When we break out of a level and then we're trying to find support on it again, that's called a retest. And this is going to determine whether or not this is a real breakout or just a fake out. And if it's a fake out, it's a very good chance we come all the way back down to the low of the range here, guys. A very good chance of that. And here's something else. Here's something else. I can't lie, guys. I can't lie. I'm a man of faith, right? I worship the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I cannot lie when I say this doesn't look too bullish right here, guys. This does not look too bullish right here. We go over to an order flow chart. This does not look too bullish, guys. This looks a little bit like, what can I say? Let's look for some creatures. All right, on Google Images. All right, I don't know what this is. I don't play hockey, but this, guys, a family of bears. A family of bears. That's kind of what this looks like. I'm not going to lie. It's a cute bear. It's a cute bear, and that's why I actually do use blue and purple candles. Because blue and purple candles make a dump nice and relaxing. So soothing to the central nervous system to see purple candles. You know, when you see red, everyone who uses red candles, ugh, how do you guys even do that? How do you guys even do that? You know? Shout out to JR. Shout out to Lucario. Shout out to Hershey, the Flop and Grope Show. Shout out to Stray Dog 6 who says, damn, if I only knew I was doing TA when I was drawing with my crayons when I was 5. I know, right? So I have to say, guys, this does not necessarily look bullish anymore, right? The house, the floor has given way. The fiberglass is broken out, and it's really not looking that great, guys. I do have to be honest. I do have to be honest and say it's not looking necessarily too good here. It's not necessarily looking too good. Shout out to Christian. Am I quiet? Is my voice quiet? I don't know. We have a red X on the 12-minute. Well, red X's aren't that bad for me. Christopher Colucci asks a question. I am in multiple positions. I am still in this long position here because stop loss at entry. I think we are at support. I think we could pump to the high of the range here. I absolutely do. But here's the thing about price action, right? We have to understand that we have ranges within ranges. So this right here, remember the whole fair value thing? Remember the whole fair value thing that we were talking about on this larger range? Right here, this right here is a mini range where we have a pretty clear low and a pretty clear high as well. And so, you know, it is very possible that we just make our way back down to the low of this range after coming to the high of this range, right? That is also very, very possible. So we're coming down to a high volume node right here, a high volume node. We might find support here, okay? We might find support. We might not. I don't really know. This would be the first place I'd look for support. Next, the VWAP. And then, honestly, the last place that I would really look to find support, if this is going to have follow-through as a breakout, would be that golden pocket, which is coming right back down to the low of the range, right? So it's very possible that we have this, whoop, just kidding, back to the low of the range, higher low, and then we actually do break out. That could happen too. The higher time frames do look bullish to me, guys, right? This 4 hour does look bullish to me, so I'm holding the long trade. I'm holding it open. You know, that's how I roll. I'm holding it open. I'm hodling it open, man. I'm hodling it open. So that's how we do it over here at the Jason Casper YouTube show. Let's see what happens at this point of control of the mini range. Shout out to Crypto Yacht. Oh, so someone thinks the mic's not plugged in. That could very well be. That could very well be. Hang on. Let me see something here. No, the mic's definitely plugged in, guys. The mic is definitely plugged in. But I do hear some weird noise in the background as well. I also do hear some weird noises in the background as well. I hear like static. Is that what you guys hear? You hear static? You guys hear some static? Shout out to Ivan. God bless you. So Brad says, do you just schlong and wait for one or the other to break out? Yes. Basically, yeah. So I look for longs down low, and I look for shorts up high, and I keep portions of the trade open. So that's why I'm not going to close this whole trade. I'm going to keep half open, guaranteed winner. If we pump all the way up, then it's nice, right? But I did close my short from up here. I just wanted to take the profit out. So I closed it, which might be a bad move. It really might be, but I don't know. We'll have to see. These 4 hours look pretty good. These 4 hours look pretty good. So, okay, a bit quieter than normal. Well, how about this now? I'm gonna see if I can raise the volume a little bit, and see if we can do something. Whoa! 12-minute red dot. Shout out to whoever thumbs down the video. May the Lord bless you in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I pray you are super blessed. Let's see what's happening right now, guys. We have officially a 12-minute red dot printing. A 12-minute red dot printing. And that is, historically, this is a bearish thing. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat this. and tell you guys that this is bullish. Okay, you know, this could absolutely be a massive dump right here. It could be. Okay, but right now this is our support. This is our support, and we need to really watch what happens as we come to the VWAP. The VWAP is crucial because, we're actually also at the 382. The 382. Let's go down to a lower time frame and see what's happening here. So money flow is crossing over on the 1 minute, but we are potentially here. Well, I don't know. Let's check out the 3 minute. Not looking so great, guys. And I do have to say, the 12 minute looks extremely bearish. Right? It does look extremely bearish. So, let's see if we can hold this support right here. If we can hold this support, I do think we could get another move up based on the 4-hour time frame. Based on the 4-hour, based on the 1 hour, right? The VWAP is pointing very poignantly up. I'm getting some mixed signals here. High time frames look very bullish. Low time frames looking kind of, well, how do I say it? You know? By the way, shout out to everyone watching the stream right now. If we can get 1,250 likes, we will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin, about $1,000, I think, worth of Bitcoin. Let's check out the poll. Most people think we have more pump coming in. This guy, Arati, asks, are we going to zero? Maybe. Hershey says Bojan went short. That's cool. Shout out to Boyan. Sputnik says danger, danger. 12-minute red dot with bearish divergence. Yeah, it doesn't look too bullish, does it, guys? Not on the 12-minute, but on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, I think I'm still going to hold this long, guys. I think I'm still going to hold the long on the 1 hour. You know, just because the chickens drank from this clear level, and just because we have the bearish divergences, and just because actually, you know, guys, this morning I actually did give a trade setup right here to short this level. To short this level right here, if we were getting bearish divergences with momentum and money flow on the 12-minute time frame. So, you know, I did give the trade setup, and I did give the confirmations in the VIP Discord about this very specific potential trade setup here. And now it just so happens that we did get on the chart the confirmation that was bearish at the level that we were looking to take a short from. And so shout out to everybody who took that short in the that I gave earlier in the VIP Discord, because we're in some profit right now, right? We're in some profit right now. We are about, let's see here, from the entry, about 0.75% in profit. So not bad, guys. Shout out to the VIP Discord, because we got a almost 3% move up, and then 0.25% of a move down. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. That's not so bad as far as scalps go, right? I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's check out the 24-minute time frame here. Right now, this point of control is clearly holding as support. We can see that the price action wants to hold support here. Let's take a look at the order flow chart, and let's zoom into a 1-minute time frame here to see what actually is happening. We have a lot of people shorting here. We actually have a lot of shorts opening up literally right here. A lot of shorts opening up right here. And yeah, 9.4 million shorts just opening up right here, right? They decided, you know what, I'm going to short right here because we're starting to dump. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen as we come down to VWAP, if we come down to VWAP. But I also have to say right now that, you know, we can tell actually that these shorts seem to be right now, at least on a very low time frame, getting absorbed by people trying to long here, because we can see multiple shorts opening up. and CVD getting lower, but the price as of right now is holding this this support. So potentially we might actually see higher levels. Potentially, guys. I'm just giving potentialities here. But based on the 12-minute time frame, market Cipher B, based on the money flow and this red dot and this RSIs, when the RSIs come together like this, right? They're separate, but then they come together. This is not a very this is very, how do I say it? How do I say it? You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? FOMO into the like button, everybody. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Jason Casper like button is in a constant uptrend. It's been in an uptrend since August 1st, 1932. And this is a good setup. You know, I usually give setups in the VIP Discord, but sometimes I give setups live on YouTube. And in this case, you know, stop loss right below the 1932 swing low. Hit your TP, you know, up another 1 or 2%. It's a very horrible risk to reward ratio. But you know what? The way we know that the Jason Casper like button is mega bullish and will never be bearish is because it says so on the screen. And most people don't know this, but nothing in life is true unless you see it on a screen. Okay? If you don't see it on a screen, it's not true. But if you see it on a screen, then it's 100% true, especially if you see it on a screen and somebody tells you it's true. So here you go. You're watching your screen. Experts say that the Jason Casper button is mega bullish. Therefore, it must be true. FOMO in now. And to all those who gave me a thumbs down, may the Lord bless you and your families. And I truly pray that you are blessed and that you find the technical analysis content that you are looking for on YouTube. I pray that you can find other channels here who are telling you, you know, where to look for good trades and showing you their trades and all that in a way much better than me, right? Because I am by far not a good trader in any way. In fact, right? In fact, I myself am not even a real trader. I only paper trade. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a guy on the internet who loves to get rejected by girls. I love to trade and drive all the time. I always get liquidated, and I show you pictures of uneven butt cheeks. Definitely not definitely not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, guys. I advocate paper trading only. And, you know, I really don't recommend anybody trade real money because the purpose of life is to avoid all risk at all cost. Right? I haven't left my house in 2 years because, again, somebody on the screen told me it was dangerous. So I've just been staying home, guys. Just staying home. Doing nothing. Covering all the orifices to my body with different materials to try and stay safe. You know? That's how I live my life. Let's see who else is in the chat here. Shout out to Memory Man. Memory Man. Glad to have you here, man. And shout out to Carping Qualities. Nice catch there, bro. Honestly. Where can we get that short indicator? It's called Market Cipher B. This is the indicator that I like to use. Market Cipher B. Market Cipher B on the 12-minute time frame, a very juicy time frame. When the money flow and the momentum waves agree, it's usually a very good entry. For example, right? For example, down here today, the long trade, what happened? We had the momentum waves coming up and we had the money flow coming up on the 12-minute. And then at the top, what did we have? We had the momentum waves getting lower and we had the money flow coming down, right? It's a very good indicator for timing the tops and the bottoms. This is my favorite indicator, right? Everyone trades with different indicators. I'm not forcing anybody. I have this guy on my YouTube channel in the comments. Shout out to Benny A. Benny A. He always says, you know, that I tricked him into buying Market Cipher. Guys, I literally use Market Cipher. It's a great indicator. I love it. It really has helped me make a lot of fake money, but it's not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody. You don't have to use it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not even telling you to trade because I'm only a paper trader, and so should you be, right? But, yeah, shout out to Benny A. Benny A, man, hit me up, bro. I know you're bitter. I don't know why you're so bitter, bro, but I'm here to help. Hit me up. Maybe we can work out a paper trading strategy together, man. You know, I don't like when people get disgruntled at my content. Although I don't take myself too serious, I still don't like when people get disgruntled at my content. And yeah, guys, so I'm still in the long. Still holding for hope. Because the 4-hour time frame is bullish, guys. 4-hour time frame is giving us that juicy uneven cheek pattern. And let's check out what happened here. You know, we did get some pretty bearish CVD divergences. But now I do have to say that things are actually kind of looking like we could potentially print some bullish CVD divergences. You know, as long as we don't put in a lower low here. We do have a whole bunch of people who FOMO shorted right here. We could tell they FOMO shorted because of this purple candle coming up and this big blue candle showing that a whole bunch of people said, oh snap, this was a fake pump. We better short now. Hurry. Hurry. You know why they shorted there? Because they weren't prepared for the short in advance. That's what's so great about having trades in advance, guys. The setups and the plans in advance, you always have to stay one step ahead of the market so that you don't FOMO, right? So that you don't FOMO. And if you want to learn how to do that, you can check out the course, jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 25% juicy discount in the description. This will give you the blueprint to always having a plan in advance to help you become a confident trader, a profitable trader, and paper trading only, not financial advice in any way. Also, if you want to learn how to read charts like this, you can check out the other course, the advanced TA course that me and Boyan put together. You can check out the intro video for free right here. It basically will walk you through how to understand what all these candles and stuff mean here with all the numbers and all that stuff for free. You can check it out for free. But if you want to buy the course, there's a 15% discount if you use the coupon code JUICY. Juicy. So yeah, honestly, things are not looking too bearish, are they here? Anymore. Right? Even the 12 minutes starting to turn up here. Even the 12 minute is starting to turn up. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here, guys. I don't know. You know, I can't say that I can know this. I cannot know these things. But I would say that the higher term time frames looking pretty bullish. The 1 minute time frame is not looking too bearish anymore, is it? You know, we're getting a trigger wave here. The 6 minute time frame, look at the VWAP about to curve up. Even on the 12 minute time frame, VWAP about to curve up. Let's take a look back at our order flow chart, see what's happening here. We see bullish CVD here, man. You know, we do see some bullish CVD here. Let's check out this here. Also bullish CVD, we put in that low, people FOMO'd short. Then again, more people shorting up here. People keep shorting it, but the price isn't coming down. Why? Is it because we're going to 100K? Is it because we're going to 100K? Come on, Bitcoin. If this thing goes to 100K, guys, man, that would be amazing to me. That would be amazing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this was the bottom and then we go to 100K? Right? Man, if we could only see into the future, guys, I would not take profit here. I would take profit at 100K. Can you imagine if I held a $100,000 position all the way up to 100K? Let's find out what that would do. All right, let's find out what that would do. So we've come up about 2%. So every 2% is about $1,500. Every 2% is $1,500. Let's see, what would I make if I just held this thing to 100K, where Bitcoin is obviously going to go? Man, 100K is so far away from here, guys. It's so far away from here. It used to seem that far. It really didn't, but now it is. So let's see, where are we at right now? To 100K. Wow, 250%. 250%. So 125%. I'm trying to figure out the math here. 125 times 1,500 equals, I could make, almost 200 grand if I hold this trade to 100K. You know, could be worth it, guys. Could be worth it, man. Oh man, I'm getting the jiggles, the jiggly jolly jiggles, guys. Oof, man, thinking about those kinds of gains, man, I wouldn't have to work for 2 years. Can you imagine that? For 2 years. Well, the way inflation is going, maybe I would have to work. Maybe I would. The way inflation is going, you know what I'm saying, guys? Sheesh. The price of diesel? Can't believe the price of diesel. Can you believe the price of diesel? I can't believe it. It's a good thing I don't drive a bus anymore that runs on diesel. Alright. We have spammers in here. Salman Ali says pump or dump. Expert guys tell me. Well, Salman Ali, you know, I can't say that I'm an expert, but there definitely are people in my chat who are much more expert than me. But I would say that it's probably about 50-50, man. We're at local resistance and macro support. We have bullish signs on the higher time frames, bearish signs on the lower time frames. I would say, you know, if we put in a lower low here, there's a good chance that we come down more. And it looks like are we about to put in that lower low? We're about to put it in. We need to keep our eyes on the VWAP as well. Salmon, Mr. Salmon. I love me some salmon. There's nothing wrong with some nice fatty fish every now and again. Okay, so we're putting in a double bottom right here. Nope, just put in a lower low. Just put in a lower low. And we need to watch this VWAP, guys. We really do need to watch this VWAP. Because this VWAP here, this VWAP could absolutely give us some kind of support, right? It could absolutely give us some kind of support. We really have to wait and see what happens here, guys. We have to wait and see. What is going to happen here? Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Make your decision. Make your decision, Bitcoin. Oh! Are we going to pump from here? I mean, we're technically getting a bullish divergence on the 1 minute time frame. Let's see what's happening. Bullish div on the 1 minute. How about the 3 minute? I don't know what's happening on the 3 minute. Definitely not a bullish div. Let's check out the order flow chart. What's happening here? Well, nothing of note yet. Nothing of note yet. We do have people shorting as we come down to the VWAP. I would keep our eyes on the VWAP here, guys. Keep our eyes on this VWAP, right? The VWAP could be a good place to get a bounce from, honestly. After a breakout like this, the VWAP is one of those places where we do look for a bounce after a breakout. Now, personally, I'm not looking to take along from the VWAP, but if we do bounce from it, it will give me confidence, guys. It will give me confidence. The reason why it would give me confidence in my long trade is because it shows that people want to defend that level. And right now, the 382 is holding pretty nicely. Right? The 382 fib retracement is holding pretty nicely. Yeah, it's holding pretty nicely. So right now, people are longing. People are longing. Whole bunch of people shorted in this candle. Now people are longing in this candle. But it's not necessarily, besides the 1 minute market Cipher B divergence, I don't really see any other bullish signs right here. And shout out to the people thumbs down the video. I love you guys. I truly love you. And I do pray that you find the content you're looking for and that the Lord blesses you. I do pray that for everybody who dislikes the video. Yeah, so the 1 minute is definitely, as we can see, our good friend Dolores on the 1 minute. Dolores on the 1 minute, right? I have to say also the 382, this level right here, this is a level if we're going to be in a real uptrend, right? If we're going to be in a real uptrend, this is the level right here, the 382, where we will bounce from, because it's the most popular. All the cool kids are doing it, okay? Like Six Juanita, the woman who rejected me and broke my heart. She has a sister named 382ya, and she was a very popular girl, a cheerleader, and she was the hottest cheerleader in the whole high school. 382ya was her name, from Lithuania, and I also had a crush on 382ya, and she rejected me just as badly as Six Juanita, her sister, did. But the reason why she was so popular is because all the cool kids, all the hot cheerleaders, all the jocks, they will retrace off that 382 if the trend is very strong, right? The two most popular kids and the two most popular cheerleaders in the whole high school are 382ya and her sister 6 Juanita down here. The 618 fib level, guys, that is a very juicy level as well. So let's see here. What is happening right now? Are we actually gonna change market structure here on this low term time frame? We very well may, guys. Let's see what else is happening here. Let's see what else is happening. I mean, this is a bullish divergence, right? I cannot say otherwise. I cannot say otherwise. How do you identify a macro change in market structure? I mean, it takes a long time to identify macro changes in market structure. It does take a long time to do that. A lot of times we can't know until hindsight, Mr. Diggs. We can't really know until hindsight. So the more confirmation you have to enter a position or to kind of confirm that something's happening, you know, the more of the move you miss, right? The more of the move you miss. So a macro market structure change will not come confirmed until now. If we go to a high time frame, and let's turn off these things here that are on the chart. And yeah, let's turn all these things off. A macro market structure change will not come now until we come above the well, honestly, man, I would say until we come above 36K. I would say until we come above this last high right here, like the 36 to 39K area, because we have been in such a major downtrend, and we could say that we have put in our high and our low and our lower high and a lower low and a lower high and now a lower low, like on a macro term time frame. So right now, major support is going to be this right here, right? Because this was, major resistance. This was our support. I mean, look at this. We could not lose this level here. And so now we had a very fast move down, and now we're ranging. So I would say a macro time frame, this would confirm that we've changed market structure on a higher term time frame. Then we put in a higher low. So, you know, the more confirmation you have to identify market structure, the more of the move you're going to miss, right? So that's why what we have to do is like go for high probability things and use our indicators to kind of determine when we're going to have some kind of a pivot, which is why I enjoy using the good old-fashioned Dolores strategy with the girl at the club strategy mixed with a little trading and driving, you know? And it really is like, when people ask me, like, what is going to happen, my answer always has to be, it really depends. Like, I don't really know. I can identify when is a good time to enter a trade, but once I'm in the trade, I don't really know. Are we going to pump? Are we going to dump? I don't know. Is this going to pump or dump? I don't know. But what I can do is I can ensure that I've locked in some decent profits for the day, and then I can say, you know what, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I can go outside, hang out with the chickens, I can hang out with my wife, I can hang out with my kids, and if we pump, great, you know. If we dump, great. I've already made some money. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to sit there biting my toenails. You guys ever bite your toenails? There's something so satisfying about grabbing that big toe and just chomping into the nail, man. Especially when you're my age, when you get to be 31, the toenail fungus, oh. So, let's actually check out a little bit more. You know, now we're getting a red dot on the 1 minute. Let's check out the 6 minute. Looks like we could get a trigger. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen here. I really don't. Yeah, when you see Dolores on multiple time frames and the hidden Dolores, then it's really time to go. What do you do when time frames are conflicting with each other? It says, hey, bruh. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I do. Depends on the scope of the trade I'm looking to take. If I'm looking to take a trade in a local range, meaning I'm looking at this thing on a low term time frame. For example, this right here. Okay, this range right here on the local time frame. Even if the 4-hour time frame is mega bullish, I will still take a short up here on the 12-minute time frame because we're at local resistance, and who's to say that we can't. This is our bottom, the 4 hours bullish, retracement, and then higher high, higher low, right? Who's to say that can't happen? But if, for example, I was looking to take a swing trade from the low of this range that we've been trading in all the way from the 12th of May, right? 12 days, give or take. Well, in that case, then I would really want to be looking at my 4-hour time frame. And if the 4-hour time frame was looking ultra bearish, like if the 4-hour was like this when we were down here, then I would say, nah, I ain't gonna do that because of a 12-minute, right? So we have to learn how to zoom in and out, right? It's like taking our binoculars and zooming in and out of the resolution of the market, because we have to. It's like it's like a fractal, right? You can zoom in and see more and more clarity, and when we're zooming out, we can't see the tiny little movements. But even on this whole way down here, guys, I took multiple longs in this one 4-hour candle. I took like 2 or 3 scalp longs, made a couple $100 on the way down longing. But like, you know, obviously they were tiny little trades. TP1 hit, stop loss to entry, right? Actually, was that down on the way down? Yeah, when we filled that CME gap, I took a little scalp right from the CME gap. A few other things happened, right? I think, I forget. I was hanging out. I was at the chiropractor yesterday. I've been on the road lately, guys. I don't know what the heck is wrong with your boy Jason Casper leaving the homestead. I've been leaving the homestead, guys. So, yeah, I don't know. But I was at the chiropractor. Shout out to Rabbi Eduardo. He was there. He was giving me the play-by-play when I was getting my back adjusted, and telling me, oh, we filled the CME gap, and oh, we're bouncing up, we're coming back down, right? It's good to have commentary of the market when you can't look at the chart, you know? Because us traders, we are addicted to the charts. Oh, yeah. We're addicted to the charts. So, okay, we're coming a little bit lower here, guys. We're coming a little bit lower. Let's see. Let's see what's happening. Am I going to get wrecked, guys? Am I going to get wrecked? Whoa. We just hit into the VWAP, guys. And now look at that. Look at the VWAP. Getting a little bounce. Who would have guessed that? Would you have guessed that? Would you have guessed that? I wouldn't have guessed that. Well, let's take a look at the... Okay, so now we're coming down, guys. We're coming down. Let's take a look. What's happening here? Ooh. Wait a second. We didn't hit VWAP? This must be a glitch. Hang on. We did hit VWAP, guys. We hit VWAP, and as you can see, we are getting some slight absorption of all these shorts. You know, I don't know why, but look at this, guys. Look at this. For some reason, whenever we come to support, people love to short support. They love to do the opposite of what their grandfather told them, right? He said, buy low and sell high. They're selling low. Look at this. 3 million, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 million people decided it'd be a good idea to short when we start dumping. The time to short was up here, guys. The time to short was at this high, man. I'm telling you. And, yeah, the time to short was up there. So, my long in a little bit of trouble. My long's in a little bit of trouble, guys. I'm not going to lie. But as long as we hold this VWAP, I am, I'm fine. I'm fine with, I'm fine with keeping the long open, guys. I really am. I really am. And you can see, even on the VWAP, we are starting to get bullish divs here, right? We're starting to get bullish divs. Right? So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. Can we drop a little bit more? Can we pump? It's the moment of decision, guys. It's the moment of decision. Well, I do have to say, shout out to everybody who took the long, right? Shout out to everyone who took the long. Trade setup given in advance over here in the VIP Discord. And then when I went long, I said I was long here, hoping for a pump. And also shout out to everyone who took the short, right? Short, trade setup given in advance. It's literally just looking to buy low and sell high, guys. Just looking to buy low and sell high, right? And of course I did short it, guys. I did short it. I did take the short. I'm not going to lie. I took a short. I've been short this whole time. Finally come out of the closet. Oh, man. What are my parents going to say? Slonging it, guys. Slonging it. Buy low, sell high, man. Buy low and sell high. Let's see what happens. Am I going to get wrecked on the short? Could happen. Could happen. It could happen. We're at the VWAP. We're at support, guys. We're at support. So we'll really have to see what happens. Looks like we might pump, guys. Let's check out this order flow chart again. We have uneven butt cheeks on the 1 minute. We're getting the pig nipples. Pig nipples is a bullish sign, guys. And remember that 12-minute time frame. I'm sorry, the 4-hour time frame is still very bullish, and the 1 minute now is giving us these pig nipples. As we come up, we're seeing the nips, the swine nips, swinipples we call them. Swinipples is what we called them in university, right? We called them swinipples. So I don't know what's going to happen here, guys. I don't know. Don't really care. Oh, wow. Infante. We have a yellow X on the daily. Hershey knew I was short. He's like, Jason, are you short? I'm like, I pulled a politician on you. I pulled a politician on you. Not gonna tell you, right? Yeah, I was short. Of course I was short. And you know, I even said though at the beginning of the stream, I told everyone, look, I gave the setup, I said what I was looking for, and I said, look, we have we have the confirmation. We have the confirmation, right? Did everything except say I'm short, right? But you know, I don't really know what's gonna happen here, guys. I really don't. Like, I'm holding the long, I'm holding the short. This is how your boy Jason Casper trades, right? I like to schlong, short and long at the same time. Just buy low and sell high. We had this little range right here, right? The two juiciest areas for trades were the low and the high, right? The low and the high. So what the heck? Every time I look at this, my screen goes blank. Yeah, that's right, memory man. I'm always schlong. I'm always schlong, man. Oh dang! Don't ever close your trades, man. It's always best. It's always best if you can buy low and sell high and then take profit. Just hold them. Don't close them. Don't close them. Hold them. Hold them. Don't close them. Right? Unless we hit like a legit TP. But yeah. So I have no idea what's going to happen. Right now, VWAP acting as support. We do have some bullish signs. We have some bearish signs. How's the 4-hour looking here? I would love to see that green dot to get a little bit more of a pump here, man. I really would love to see that. But, you know, here's another scenario, right? Here's another scenario. Let's say we do dump a little more and we don't pump. Okay, let's say we do dump a little bit more and we don't pump. This whole green box could act as support, right? This whole green box could act as support. And I personally would still be looking for this to be a potential bottom here, even if we came all the way down like to here, right? Unless we put in a legitimate lower low, and even if we put in a lower low, if the chickens come out to drink, it could still be bullish, given this money flow, given this direction of momentum waves. And even when we look at some of these higher time frames, right? Like the week, right? The week, look at the VWAP on the week. It looks like it could give us a little relief right here. A little relief back up the previous resistance, right? A little relief. Like, I'm talking like 37K relief, right? that week could give us some 37K relief. Got the 5-day on here, looking like the VWAP just wants to print that juicy. Green dot, the 2-day, just printed the dot, the 3-day, man. Look at the 3-day. You mean to tell me this momentum wave doesn't have a little bit more juice in it? You know, after this massive dump like this, you know, I think that we're coming to a significant bottom, guys. I am bullish here, right? I'm unabashedly bullish right here. You know? I'm unabashedly bullish. But we shall see what happens here, guys. We shall see what happens. Actually, let's pull a golden pocket from the high to the low. Ooh, would you look at that? See, my entry's kind of crappy here, guys, for the short. But it just so happens that the golden pocket is right where my stop loss would be for this. Oof, that's never a good thing. Technically, if my stop loss should be up here, right? Technically, my stop loss should be above this high at 29.7. But I saw the confirmations when we took out this high right here. I said, you know what? We took out this high, bullish divs. Why not go for it? Should have waited a little bit, guys. Should have waited. But here's the thing. Even if we pump all the way back up there, right? My trade gets stopped out. It's still okay. It's still okay. Because I can always re-enter if I see the confirmations, right? I can always re-enter if I see the confirmations. So let me come in here real quick too. Man, the pig nipples are looking pretty fine here, guys. Pig nipples are looking pretty fine. Yeah, they're looking pretty fine. You know, they really are. They really are. Okay. I just took more profit out of this short, guys, because honestly, I have to be honest with you. I'm not saying we can't dump, but we could dump, right? We could dump. So I hate that my stop loss has to be at this golden pocket. Let's see, what would my loss be? $100. $100. Okay, that's fine with me actually. Let's see this. $150 if my stop loss is up here. That's fine. That still guarantees me a $1,000 profit for this short. I'll take it, guys. I'll take it, man. And if we dump from here, I'll take that too. I'll take that too. I still have $100,000 on this short. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I still have about $100,000 on the long too. So I'm in a pretty equal position here. Whatever happens, whatever decides to happen, whatever the corn tries to do, it's all good in the hood because I've got equal sized trades on both sides. Long from the low, short from the high. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. Shout out to Jared, who's halfway through the course, should have finished before I started trading. Yeah, I mean, I can't sit there and say that it's easy to not trade while you're learning, because when I was learning, I was trading and getting absolutely wrecked. But yeah, the course is definitely helpful, but more so is the experience, I have to say. The experience is really what will make or break your trading, because I know a lot of people who, and myself included, who know how to trade but do the wrong thing because emotions, right? Because of emotions, right? And by the way, if anyone wants to get the course, there's a 25% discount This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because we give you the blueprint so you can have plans in advance. Like in the morning, come to the charts, I know what I want to do. If this happens, mark Cipher B, I'll take a trade, right? If this happens, I'll take a trade. Those things happened, so I took 2 trades today, right? There's no flopping and groping. There's no guessing and second guessing and freaking out, right? You already know, right? When I woke up this morning, I had missed this long, and I was pissed. Right, I was pissed. I'm like, dang it, I missed the long. Now, what do I do? FOMO in here? Of course not. Don't buy high, right? Instead, I missed this short too. I missed the short too because we had the bearish divergence on the 12-minute. I missed that too. Can you even believe that? And so I missed 2 good trades. So instead of flopping and groping, chasing the price, I'm like, you know what? Where would be some trades that I would like to take? If I was a market maker, where would I push price to? Thought to myself, I would like to short above this high, and I would like to long below this low. If I get my confirmations. So that's what we done did. The bot, yeah, the bot is awesome, guys. So the bot, right? The bot is absolutely killing it. The bot took all these trades too. The bot is on fire. More information on that next month, guys. The bot is going to be launching next month. But basically, the Crypto Fusion bot, exclusive to the Jason Casper Discord, this thing is absolutely killing it, man. Because you tell it your plan, and you tell it what confirmations you're looking for. It doesn't even have to be market cipher, and it will take those trades, right? And there's some people in, this is the beta testing group, testing different strategies on the bot, guys. It's insane what some people are doing in here. Like PHEMEX, these are all from one morning, right? All these trades he took in one morning. It's crazy. And then Mario P, again, look at all these trades they're taking. The Schlong bot is longing and shorting at the same time, making those juicy profits, guys. And shout out to Crypto Tom. Crypto Tom, probably the most prolific bot user. In 24 hours, he took all these trades. I can't even count them all. It's insane. It's like 100 trades that he took in 24 hours. Most of them are wins. Some of them are losses, obviously. But what the bot does is it does what we do. But if you don't have time to always be at the charts, or if your emotions get in the way, the bot will trade for you. And my bot has been taking more trades than me because sometimes I don't have the cojones, guys. I don't have the fortitude or the testicular girth sometimes to enter a trade, or I'm asleep, right? But the bot will come through. Coming soon. Coming soon to a theater near you, guys.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
That's right, Tom. Tom says I would get the course, but don't listen to a guy like me. That's right, so don't get the course. Don't listen to a guy like me. Don't listen to a man like Jason Casper. He doesn't know a single thing. Right? He really does not. So. Okay, Jose, I'm going to make a new scalping high leverage video in the course, okay? I'm going to make a new one. How much is the bot going to cost? It is going to be a monthly subscription, to be determined. But we have to work out how to pay all the infrastructure and workers that we have, because it is quite a big, intricate team, guys. It's a custom bot on a custom server with a team of programmers. So, shout out to Crichton, because his bot took the short. The bot will be out in July. If you're having problems setting up the bot, Noel Colada, then hit up somebody inside the Crypto Fusion Discord group, and Borf Switch, although Borf Switch might be busy, these days, but somebody may be able to help you. Shout out to Luis Rivera. Thank you for being here, Luis Rivera. Could I open a one last round of beta testing for the bot? We might be able to let in a few more people, but we really need to keep it tight. We really need to keep it tight right now. Any mini scalp longs right now? I mean, in my opinion, the VWAP. I mean, this is a place to be looking at the VWAP. You know, this is around the place where I would be looking, and then the next place after that would be the golden pocket, right? Would be the golden pocket. 24-minute red dot, guys. Okay, so this is bearish. I'm not gonna lie. This is bearish, but it could turn bullish. It could turn bullish. It could turn bullish. This really could turn bullish, guys. Here's how. Here's how. Oh man, this could turn bullish. This could turn bullish if we get a dump. If we dump all the way down, I mean, if we put in a lower low below this low with bullish divs on Market Cipher Bizzle, that could be, guys, that could absolutely be a move up. That could trigger the 4-hour trigger. That could trigger that 4-hour trigger right there. Absolutely could. It absolutely could. So, let's take a look. Yeah, right. Because if we come down lower than this, right? Let's say we come down to the low of our green box, and we get something like this. Whoop. That would also, I mean, the 4-hour still has some room. It still has a lot of room to print that that div, right? Still has some room to print the div. So, yeah, there's still some room. How do you set alarms for red dots? Asked Noob Trader. You simply come over to Market Cipher B, you right click, say add alert on Market Cipher B, and do once per bar and blue wave crossing down, and make sure you're on the time frame that you want. So I set alerts for 4-hour dots, 1-hour dots, 12-minute, 24-minute red dots, because I'd like to know that. I'd like to know. Let's see what's happening here. It's hard to say. It is hard to say. We've got a lot of people short under the VWAP here. We have a lot of people short under the VWAP. So, you know, if we reclaim VWAP, we would have quite a few shorts underneath, and we do have the pig teats coming up here. Well, not anymore too much actually. The 1 minute is not looking so great anymore. I thought we had these pig teats. I thought we had this bullish div coming up. I mean, we technically still do, as long as this momentum wave doesn't cross down below the negative 73.9 area. There's still hope for a move to the upside. But this 24-minute red dot, this is a very, very bearish divergence right here, guys. I mean, it's so bearish that the momentum wave is like this. And the 12-minute is like this. But this could be setting us up for a pretty nice bullish divergence if we take out this low, because we have to look at it in the bigger picture and see, okay, money flow is still getting higher even though it's crossing into the red. And it's happening on the 12-minute time frame as long as we print a uneven butt cheeks somewhere like this. And even on the 4-hour time frame, y'all, the money flow is getting higher. Look at that. Money flow coming up. Momentum waves coming up. This is not... We are not out of the bull woods yet, guys. We're not out of the bull woods, okay? We could still be in... I'm sorry, we're not... What am I trying to say? Yeah, we're not out of the bull woods, right? The bears may not come out to play, right? They may not. So we'll see what happens here. Because also, like, we have to be aware of the golden pocket right here, like that, right? The golden pocket coming in right around 28.9, 28.9. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. All right, so Oliver, keep the pressure high after the live. Jason will open a bot beta. I mean, we do need to keep it kind of tight, guys. We need to keep it kind of tight. But all right, so here's what I'll do, right? Here's what I'll do. I will shout out to Chiara Bertoni. What's going on, Chiara Bertoni? All right, we could let a few people in just for today, just for this one day, but then we have to close it after today. So give me 1 second here, guys. Give me 1 second. Enjoy these messages.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal. Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
All right. So for the next literally 3 hours, use this link to sign up to be a beta tester. You get a discounted price, and you get a whole bunch of other cool things. It's not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody. It takes work to use the bot. But I just posted the link in the chat. It'll be I'm taking it down probably after this stream, definitely by the end of the night, right? So how's the $100 account? It's in the bot. I put the $100 account into the bot because I didn't like having to switch between my real account and my fake account because I kept missing trades. So I put it in the bot and it's doing great. Yo, shout out to Smokin' Joe with the good technical analysis. The in-house financial advisor. And what's going on, Smokin' Joe? Yeah, you can get a shout out, slow, loud, and banging. And how do you set up ByBit in the US? I don't know. I only pay per trade. But speaking of ByBit, if you sign up using my affiliate link, you can get 0 fees for the rest of May. It's only a few days. You can get 0 maker fees. That's actually the best deal I've ever seen with ByBit. So that's pretty cool. And by the way, guys, if we can get 1,250 likes on the stream, I will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. So we've got 600 people in here, only 400 likes. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half. I wonder if we can get the likes that we need. All right, let's see. This isn't going to work, is it? No, it's not going to work. I was hoping that I could get the side-by-side positions open here. With the long and the short. Oh, I don't think I can because... No, I definitely can't, guys. I definitely cannot. Reason being is because of my live stream software can only show one application at a time here. So that's going to be an issue. That's going to be an issue. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to show both at the same time, guys. But we can switch back and forth between the long and the short. The long and the short. Well, I would say this, Vontae33. If you want to trade on ByBit, you need to not be in the United States, which means the internet needs to know that your computer, your IP address, is not in the United States. So you need to leave the United States somehow in order to use ByBit in the United States, which I would never recommend doing. So the beta bot, when you sign up, if you sign up, you can become a you join the Discord. You join the Crypto Fusion Discord. You will get instructions step by step to hook up the bot and everything. And then you also get access to the community, guys. I mean, we have a lot of strategies in here. A lot of these are based on my strategies, like the 3-hour, 12-minute money flow. Some of them are based off Market Cipher. We have other strategies that are based off the Looking Glass crypto strategy. We have a secret sauce scalper bot in the works. And basically, you can set up any strategy that you want. We have the Chichaco 3-hour, 12-minute money flow strategy. And then these are the setups that I give in here. And shout out to Crypto Tom, who posts the setups that I actually give for my own bot. And Sloth Poop reposting these setups that I post. These are the trades that I'm actually looking to take. And the bot will take them. So, I mean, if the confirmations are met, right? So there are ways inside, once you get inside, to figure out how to do all that stuff. So, the video is frozen. Is the video still frozen? No, it looks good to me. Let's check it out. Let's check it out here. Oh crap, it is frozen, huh? No, it's not frozen. It's not frozen. It's not frozen. Lucifer, there's currently not a coupon for veterans, and I apologize. Perhaps there will be once we officially launch, but right now, there is not, my friend. I am sorry. PHEMEX is not as nice, Tom Ryan, as ByBit, to be honest with you, but it's a good second. I like to use both just because I like to be in multiple positions at the same time. Page is underwater for spot. Should I sell and rebuy lower? I mean, I've been buying spot Bitcoin since 50K, and I just bought a ton. Not a literal ton, but I bought a lot of Bitcoin on spot recently, and I plan to buy more if it drops more. And if it goes to zero, well, you know what? It's not money that I'm not prepared to lose, guys. So I would never... Here's my rule of thumb. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just remember who you're dealing with, guys. Let's see if I can get a picture of myself on the screen here. All right. I'm just a guy out here with a Super Mario Brothers hat, okay? And I'm wearing a Market Cipher t-shirt with the sleeves ripped off, okay? I'm in my basement, my mom's basement, because I can't afford my own house. And my teeth are crooked, okay? Can't afford the dentist. And here's something else that we need to remember. I'm on here every single day showing you pictures of uneven butt cheeks, right? Driving and trading at the same time, very dangerous, could absolutely get you wrecked. I'm showing you pictures of this, okay? So what I'm about to say is definitely not financial advice. I'm simply just an entertainer showing you pictures of adults in diapers, pretending to act like I know what I'm talking about. But when it comes to buying spot, I never sell if I'm at a loss. When you're buying spot, you'll never get liquidated. You'll just have an asset that's worth less if you're measuring by dollars. I'm not a big fan of hodling coins expecting quick gains, right? If I'm hodling a coin, I'm in it for the long-term gains. I will leverage trade if I am looking for quick gains, right? That's what leverage trading is for. Because then you don't even have to own the asset. You can just trade the derivatives and make a quick profit on it. Now, if you bought recently and now you're in the red, I don't see why you would sell, considering we're coming down to macro areas of support. This is not financial advice, okay? But when we're looking at this chart here, okay, this is the BLX chart that we've been looking at for a long time. We are literally at one of the major areas of support, and then below us again we have another area of support. If you sell now, how do you know that this support is not going to hold? You don't know that. And then you might sell now and then it pumps, and then you'll be like, crap, let me buy back in after the pump. And then you just lost money by selling here, and then if you buy back here, you might come back down lower, and now you're just constantly losing money. Why not tell yourself, okay, we're at support. If I'm trying to build a position over time, paper position, why not just hold it? Why not? Historically, if you have confidence in Bitcoin as an asset, in crypto, you know that historically, every single all-time high, people who bought the high and held are in profit. Even people who bought the last bull market all-time high in 2018 are still in profit, $10,000 in profit to every Bitcoin that they had. And so if you know that we've just had a 60% move to the downside, and we know that typically at the very worst in these bear markets, we haven't really gotten more than an 85-90% move to the downside. You know, we're not looking much lower than 11 grand potentially. Why not just hold it and DCA your fake paper money as we come down, if we come down, and then you have, when Bitcoin goes back to new all-time highs, you now have an average entry of somewhere around, let's say, $21,000. Right? That's the way I would approach it. That's the way I would approach it. Especially if you're not doing any kind of technical analysis and you're just buying assets, hoping that they moon someday. If you're not doing some real deal TA, it's best if you don't. It's best if you do as little as possible. And then when things start to pump again, promise yourself that every time Bitcoin hits a new significant high, you will take some of that out. It's all about scaling in and then scaling out. That is what I have done. And I've done it with success throughout the past, I guess, really since 2016. So, but I do have to say that in 2016, 17, 18, I was blessed. I didn't have this kind of knowledge or wisdom when I did it, but I did it anyway because I was kind of scared. When I saw Bitcoin hit $10,000, I was scared that it was going to crash. So I took out like half my Bitcoin. And then when it hit 20K, I got scared and took out a lot more when it came back down to 17K. And I still held some Bitcoin back all the way up, to 69K. But coming all the way up to 69K, I was taking out the whole time. And I was buying as we were coming down after 2018. When it came back down to, I think it was when we hit 20K and we came back down to like that 7K area, I thought that was the bottom. I bought a lot there. When we dipped down even more to like 4,000, I bought more there. And I thought that in 2019 it was going to be another bull run. I thought in 2019 we were going to see like Bitcoin come up past 20K, but it didn't. I didn't do anything for the Roni Baloney dump. I actually didn't do anything here. I actually sold a lot of my Bitcoin at the Roni Baloney dump because I needed to buy things quick. So I actually sold some spot Bitcoin there to buy things quick. And then I did buy some more when we came back up to like 10,000. But I had to buy some things, right? I had to make sure I had like 2 years worth of food. That was back when like the CCP propaganda was coming out. People like convulsing in the streets and getting welded into their apartments. Probably shouldn't say that on YouTube, but I thought, hey, if that's fitting to happen over here, I need to get me some stuff, man. So, turned out it didn't happen. You know, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Well, always getting myself shadow banned on this channel, huh? Always getting myself shadow banned. Yeah. Well, it's time to turn myself off here, guys. So, we have an off-topic question here. Shout out to the guy who gave me a thumbs down. I love you very much. May the Lord bless you. We have an off-topic question here. Gary wants to know, what is my religion? I am a follower and a worshiper of Jesus. And I believe that he is God who took on flesh to redeem Adam from his state. So that is my religion, I guess, if I had to define it, you know. The copy trade bot, that should be a certain amount of it that will be available within a week or two, honestly. Within a week or two. Time for some pumperoni pizza, says Hybrid Creature. Yeah, maybe. This is a good question, TN4289. With the current impending recession, push for this thing right here, the nuevo, you know, the order that's coming, that's not old, right? And other worldly events happening. Do I expect another bull run? You know, I don't know, and I could honestly see it going both ways. I don't know. I really don't know. If all things continue on as they have, then yeah, I totally see another bull run. But if we have like hyperinflation, if there's really like food shortages like in Europe and America, then I don't necessarily see another bull run. But who knows, man? I don't know. I really don't know. You know, if the muskrat is into this, he's allegedly the richest guy in the world, maybe there will be another. I don't know. You know, I really don't know. So, what is my training? Well, I lift weights twice a week. Let's keep the trades going while I tell stories. I lift weights twice a week. Full body twice a week, okay? I'm talking heavy compound movements twice a week. And my workouts are probably about 2 to 3 hours long. And I will do squat, some variation of a squat, a deadlift, a horizontal press, a row, and then oftentimes I'll do a secondary press and a secondary row. And of course, biceps. Curls for the girls, guys. And I do that twice a week. One day I focus on heavy weight, low rep, and one day I focus on lighter weight, high rep. And then every single day, I probably do about 200 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 200 body weight squats every single morning just to get the blood flowing. And that's what I do. That's what I do. It's kind of like West Side Barbell, but a really, really, really watered-down variation of it. So, yeah, Rabbi Eduardo, Carlo de Leon, yeah, he's Sephardic, so he's a pretty cool guy. Crypto Treese wants to know, can you long short at the same time in ByBit? Yes, but you have to be doing the USDT pair, and then you can long short at the same time on ByBit. Shout out to Keys Van Den Bosch, who says, I thought you were a believer in the Iki Weekly. Bringing back a classic Jason Casper. Yeah, the Iki Weekly. Oh, man, I forgot about that. Yeah, sorry about the babies in the background, guys. Braveheart wants to know if I believe that the Earth is something like this. I don't know if I can even say this on YouTube, because you know what's crazy? you can't even talk about this on YouTube without getting censored, which is very strange, guys. I'll tell you that. You know, Braveheart, I have to be honest and tell you, I can't know these things. I cannot know. It would be arrogant for me to say that I knew. You know? So, I would say, though, that the biblical accounts clearly describe that. They clearly describe that. And anyone who says otherwise is twisting what the text actually says and taking it out of its ancient Near East context. So, I'll say that. My trading story. Okay, what is my trading story? I got into Bitcoin in 2016. And the reason why I got into Bitcoin was because I could tell that our financial system was very unstable. And I wanted to kind of have an asset that wasn't a physical, tangible asset such as gold, where technically could get confiscated. And, that I could keep in my head, right, with private keys. And so I got into that. And then I've always been entrepreneurial and looking to make money without a job, right? Because I hate jobs. Out of high school, I was a professional musician. I didn't consider that a job. I did that for about 3 years until I repented of my wicked lifestyle, started following the Lord to the best of my abilities, and I started businesses, right? And I wanted to learn how to trade and invest, because if you are going to be self-sufficient in a financial manner, businesses are great, but then you have to take that money and invest it, right? And so I wanted to learn how to do that. So I started to learn how to trade in 2018 when I got my house, and I started trading stocks. And then I didn't even really open an account. I discovered Forex. Forex is where I really started to trade in like late 2018, 2019. And I was primarily a swing trader, and I was really into, well, I had learned a lot when I was learning how to trade stocks. I never actually traded, but I learned a lot of TA. And, your basic things, right? Top-down analysis, top-down analysis, dailies, weeklies, monthly support, volumes, RSI, MACD, support, resistance, pivot points, all the basic like TA stuff that you'll learn in any basic TA course. But then when I got into Forex, I was into the no-nonsense Forex method of trading. And with JP, if anyone knows what that is, right? And he doesn't even believe in TA, right? He doesn't believe in TA. He only uses indicators to trade. And he builds these algorithms where he is looking for an indicator to tell him when to enter, when to take profit, when to exit, where to put his stop loss. And he just sticks to the process and uses good risk management and is profitable that way, right? And I really enjoyed that because it just seemed like a very methodical approach. And you don't really have to worry about much. You simply just look at the charts every day, and if your indicators say a certain thing, you do something, and if they don't, you don't do anything. Simple as that, right? But then I started to realize that technical analysis does work, right? Obviously. It works very well. And so I started to combine those two methods, basically, like most people do, using indicators and technical analysis. And then when the 2020 thing happened, then I really decided this is something I want to do now, like seriously do it. Because before then I was doing it just for fun. I wasn't trading every day. And I didn't have like a big account. And I had taken some intense losses as well. Everyone does. But then in 2020 is when I decided I really need to start doing this. And then I started studying again. I took a lot of courses in early 2020 and basically just kept building on the things I had already known. And then around that same time, I discovered Market Cipher, which fit in really nicely with the no-nonsense Forex method that JP teaches, because it's pretty much an all-encompassing indicator, right? You could pretty much, for the most part, look at market Cipher and get a pretty good idea of when to like long and short, especially if you're using low leverage, and especially if you're just looking at potential to make profit, right? Not saying that you're gonna make profit every move, but you could pretty much say that just, for example, like looking at the 4-hour money flow, if you were trading 4-hour money flow with no leverage, the crosses, you would have gotten in here for a long, and you would have gotten in here for a short, and both those trades would have been very nice. You would have gotten in here for a long, right here, and right here, vertical, and you would have taken a loss. So you would have had 2 really nice wins. You would have had 1 loss, and then right here, you would have come in again and taken a win right here, and then again, you would have come in down here and taken a win. So you would have had 5 trades, 4 wins, and 1 loss, just using 4-hour money flow cross. And I'm like, you know what, this is a really good indicator. The money flow is very powerful. I really like the RSIs, the way they are combined together. I really like the indications on market Cipher A. It's kind of like an all-encompassing thing. And so this became my main trading indicator. And I guess around, I would say, I'm not gonna say I didn't flop and grope for a long time, but I developed my own kind of trading style, taking a lot of things from a lot of people, and I guess in like 2021 I kind of felt like confident in doing it, and so I started making some videos about it, and then like this whole YouTube channel thing started. So that's what the trading story was. Yeah. This is a good question, Metaspawn Crypto. I mean, I don't know if this is within the scope of this kind of video, but I wouldn't necessarily say that the Bible says the F word, but I would just say that the conception of the cosmos that the biblical authors hold to is an ancient Near East model, right? Where you kind of have like a 3-tiered system, and shape doesn't even come into it, right? Shape doesn't even come into it. It's not even necessarily a part of their worldview. It's more so like there's different realms. You have heaven, and you have the heavens of heaven, and there's water up there, and then you have the earth, and then underneath the earth you got Sheol, and it's just like a kind of like a 3-tiered system there. So, you got there's. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much on here. You know what I'm saying? So, Lone Wolf says, I see you're using small positions with high leverage. Is it okay, in your opinion, to only trade with low or no leverage and all your capital at once? Yes, that is fine. The reason I use such high leverage is because it really helps me psychologically not to flop and grope, to be honest with you. If I know, for example, that I'm only going to lose a small amount of money, then I guess it's like when the trade is set up, you're guaranteed at the worst case scenario to lose a predetermined amount of money. When I'm using low leverage, high capital, there's the risk, there's the temptation to move the stop loss. I mean, I'd say that most of my big losses came from using low leverage and not moving my stop loss, and moving my stop loss below where it should be, and ending up in huge drawdown instead of just. Once you get liquidated, it's like, all right, I'm out. It happened. It's over. I'm out. Right? If you are using lower leverage, then that drawdown can be a lot more, right? And if you have a good invalidation point for your trade, then you don't have to worry about being liquidated, right? So if your hypothesis is wrong to begin with, then you don't have to worry about liquidation. So that's kind of how I deal with that, Jack M says 99% of people in here are going to get wrecked. Well, you know what, Jack M? I hope that 99% of people watching this content will give ear to the non-financial advice that I talk about here, of buying low and selling high, waiting for confirmations at key levels, using good risk management. That's one of the reasons why I make this content, where I walk through trades I've taken and the rationale and all that stuff, because I don't want people to get wrecked, man. And of course, we're talking about paper trading. Honda Man makes a great point. Why does everyone keep thinking that they finally know what Bitcoin will do? Remember when we thought we were going to the moon? It didn't happen. Now we think we're going to collapse. It's not going to happen. I agree with you, the Honda Man. That's why I'm so bullish at these areas. We're at macro support. We're holding support until we lose the support. I'm hoping for a nice move to the upside here, honestly, man. I really am. And, I'm hoping for a nice move up. We'll see what happens. I'm in two positions right now. I'm in a long and I'm in a short. I don't know what's going to happen here. But I will say that regardless of what happens, I'm nicely hedged. My short, $1,000 of realized profit. My long, $2,000 of realized profit. Both positions still have about $100,000 in them. And whatever happens here, it's all good in the hood, man. It's all about being schlong. But I would rather Bitcoin pump. I would rather right now Bitcoin break out of this range. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Personally, on the weekly time frame, I think we need to come down lower. I think this momentum wave needs to come down deep, man. Like, I'm talking like negative 75, 80 area. That's really what I think. But I can't say for certain. But I agree with your comment there. When everyone thought we were going to moon, that's when we dumped. And when people think we're going to dump, that's when we pump. So... So I appreciate the cosmological talks in the chat. What percentage of my trades are handled by the bot? I would say right now the bot probably takes just as many trades as I do. But it misses some trades that I take, and it takes some trades that I miss. So just today, the bot actually longed here with me from 27. I forget exactly where it longed from. I think it was 28,740. I think it was 28,760, 28,760-ish, around there. The bot took a long, and the bot also took a short from up here as well. So it's just looking for confirmations the same way I would. The golden pocket of today's move for a long entry. Yeah. Not financial advice, but that's a place where I would look to definitely add to my long for sure. It would be the golden pocket of the move, because we would come back down to test the value area low of the old range, which is, support again, right? So if we do come down like this and we put in the lower high, we put in a lower low right here, this has been support once, twice, 3 times, and obviously we had a deviation down below, but higher low and then a real breakout, that would be pretty nice, and that would honestly work pretty well with the with this 4-hour divergence, which could still print bullish because of this low here. So like these higher time frames take a little bit longer sometimes to play out. But the fact that we haven't had such a massive dump from here is actually, I don't know, like, let's check out order flow. What's happening here? Let's go to the 15-minute order flow chart here. We definitely had some bearish CBD up here for sure, right? Now we have a lot of positions just closing out. We had a lot of shorts closing out. A lot of shorts got wrecked, or not wrecked, but closed their positions. Yeah, I don't know. We're really gonna have to wait and see what happens. Okay, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. This is not something that we can predict, in my opinion. But yeah, golden pocket, that would be good. Yeah, so the 4 hour, Sexy Carl. Honestly, the 4 hours is what's really keeping me in this long here, and even in this long here, my next take profit is pretty far up, right? I'm thinking we're gonna come at least back up to the high of the range. That's at least how I'm trading this right now. That's how I'm trading this right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll have to see what happens here. I don't know what's going to happen. Shout out to Houston, who says it's crazy how people say TA doesn't work. Yeah, I agree, man. Some people it doesn't work for. I don't know. Yeah, it clearly works. I remember the first time I realized Fibonacci, I thought this can't even be real. Yeah, so Brett, I took the trade in the Discord before the second momentum wave even crested. That's true. So in the Discord, I took the trade here. Right? Before the momentum wave crested, but what I wrote was we had the divergence on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 24 minute, and the 6 minute, right? So my entry, well, actually I had multiple entries, and like I said, I already closed out my ByBit long. I was in 2 longs here, and I closed one out totally, and opened up a short on that account, but. When we came down to this candle, let's actually look at where we were when we came down on this candle right here. This is the 12-minute time frame. Let's draw a vertical line right where we came down to the low, and let's go back in time so we can take a look at what we saw on the chart. Why did I enter the long? First of all, it was an area of support that we were waiting for, so I'm already biased to take a long there, right? I'm already super biased to long there. Wait a second. There we go. I'm already very biased to take a long right here. The momentum waves have not crested over yet. But we have to understand that what we're looking for is divergences. And on the 12-minute time frame, we clearly see the momentum wave is not as low as this one back here. And we can even see the money flow is getting higher, right? Money flow, that's one of the most important things, right? That's one of my most powerful signals. On the 4 hour even, we could see bullish divergences, right, from back here to right here, even though the waves haven't crested. What we do is we look at the high time frames, and this should be our thought process. And I go over this in the course, but this is some good info right here. We look at the high time frames, and we look at what they're doing, and if we like what we see, then we go look at the lower time frames, and we have to interpret the high time frames through the lens of the lower time frames. Okay, let me make this comment a little bit smaller here. But we need to interpret the higher time frames through the lens of the lower time frames. And shout out to whoever gave me a thumbs down, because this is some good information. Thumbs downer. You could actually have a successful paper trading account with this information. So when we come down to a level of support, and you look at the 4 hour, and you see that we're getting a bullish divergence where the price is making a lower low, but the momentum waves are making a higher low. Like you say, we don't know if this momentum wave is going to keep coming down or not. Right? We don't know. But what we have to do is we have to look at the 4 hour, and we need to say, okay, I'm looking at this right now. Is this more bullish or is this more bearish? And we could say just objectively, this is more bullish than bearish. Why? Because money flow is getting higher over time, and so are the momentum waves as the price is consolidating in the sideways range. Right? This is the basic market cipher strategy. When you see money flow getting higher and momentum waves getting higher, this is bullish, right? Okay. But we need more clarity to know, is this momentum wave, is this VWAP going to flop down? And is this momentum wave going to come down lower? We can't tell on the 4 hour, so we have to go down to the 1 hour. And on the 1 hour, what we see is very, very locally now, we are forming a divergence. So over time, we're forming the divergences on the 4 hour. But now locally, on the 1 hour, we're also printing a divergence, which is not crest over yet, but it looks like the VWAP could bottom out soon, right? So we have to ask ourselves, is this momentum wave going to crest over, or is it going to continue down lower? The way we can determine that is by going even lower. Let's check out the 24 minute. Now on the 24 minute, then we can see that the momentum waves actually are starting to crest, right? And then when we go to the 12-minute time frame, we can see even more clearly, oh yeah, this is really starting to crest. And then we come to the 6-minute, and we can see even more clearly that from this momentum wave to this one here, I'm sorry, from this momentum wave back here, all the way back here, yeah, from this one way back here, so this major low that we're looking at, right? This major low that we're looking at from way back here, compared to the one that we're currently at right now, we have also gotten a bullish divergence. Which one was I looking at? Nope, I wasn't looking at that one. I was looking at this one right here. See, it's not, as long as you can see them like this, I still consider that a bullish divergence, right? I still consider that a bullish divergence. And so when we come down there and we see all these bullish divs and we're at support, right? Of course, we can't know for certain, but we can say, okay, the 4-hour looks bullish, the 1 hour looks bullish, the 24-minute looks bullish, the 12-minute looks bullish, the 6-minute looks bullish. Then we could even come down to the 3-minute and see, and sometimes this can be a little bit difficult, but on the 3-minute and the 1-minute, what we do see here, what we do see is it's much less resolution, but we still see momentum waves getting higher, and we still see the money flow coming up every time it starts to come down to the purple. It's getting higher and higher. And so all these things combined, mixed with the fact that we're at support, is what got me into that trade. And I traded it as a chicken's drinking water as well. So, you know, we wanted to wait for one of these areas, one of these levels to get taken out and then see the candle close above, right, with the divergence. So there's a specific style of trading this. But I will always front run those high time frame divergences. Always, always. Because you're not going to get a good entry unless you do it. You're not going to get a good entry unless you do it. And also, one more thing to keep in mind, especially for longs, not so much for shorts, but for longs. The lower time frames, the momentum waves will come down and not print a divergence, but you have to be looking at what the money flow is doing, especially when we're dumping. You have to be looking at what the money flow is doing. If the money flow is getting thicker, if it's coming up over time, that is like the main indicator for me. Like the momentum waves, yes, they're added confirmation, but the money flow itself, that is like the main divergence that I'm looking for to get into a really a trade that I'm confident in, right? The money flow itself. Let's turn off everything except the money flow. All right. Look at this, right? Money flow is getting lower. Price is getting lower. Money flow is getting higher. And I mean, as we're coming down to our box, right? It's like all the things have to come together, right? You trade, I try to trade like a spoiled brat. When all things are as I want them to be, that's when I take a trade. And is there risk? Of course. Of course there's risk. But, you know, that's a risk we're willing to take. That's why we do this. And I do have to say that this entry was not as clear as many other entries that I've taken in the past. This one was not as clear. So Luis Rivera, to learn how to use the bot, there is documentation, but I would check out the YouTube videos in the Crypto Fusion Discord right here. Once you get in there, there are YouTube videos on how to set everything up. Let's see, where are they? YouTube videos right here. Check these out. These will kind of walk you through a whole bunch of stuff. And of course, if you have questions, people in here are more than happy to help answer questions. So this one right here, become a beta tester for the bot. The bot is here. This video actually walks you through step by step how to set everything up. And then these other videos will teach you how to set up different strategies and stuff like that. Shout out to Sexy Carl. Yeah, I always think it's a good idea to invest in physical assets. I do think it's a good idea to invest in physical assets. Oh man, so is there a way to ask questions about the course? Yeah, I mean, depending on what your question is, for sure. You can email me or hit me up in Discord, but I have so many messages it's hard to answer in a timely fashion. But you can tag if you tag Boyan in Discord, Bojan. If it's a question that's simple, he would be more than willing to help you, and so would I'm sure many other people in the Discord. So. This is an interesting comment here. So, KK Crypto Artist brings up a passage in Scripture, which says, "If a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he shall die under his hand, then that man shall surely be punished. But if he doesn't die, then he shall not be punished, for that servant is his property." And it's interesting scripture, right? It's interesting because a lot of people will use this scripture to basically say that the Bible is an immoral book, which is a little bit strange to me because it's impossible to hold to any kind of morality without an objective standard to what right and wrong is. And if there's no standard, if there's no objective truth as to what is right and what is wrong, then a person has absolutely no grounds to say that something is right or wrong. What I mean by that is this. I am in contact with many people who either don't believe in God at all, or they kind of don't believe in any kind of objective morality. And the problem I have with that is, if there's no moral lawgiver, then there's no such thing as right or wrong. And right or wrong is defined by the individual, which is fine, but then individuals will always have different concepts of what right and wrong is, right? We can look through history and see that different societies have had many different concepts of what right and wrong is. And so it's just always interesting to me when people who don't believe in the Bible try and use the Bible to say that the Bible is immoral, when they themselves don't have any grounds to make any kind of claims on what is or what is not moral, because there's no standard to which they're judging something being right or wrong. But I would say this about those passages in the Torah that seem a little bit, to us in our current culture, they might seem a little bit outlandish. And I would say this, if you're going to have a society of people that is being governed by an objective morality, then you have to have some kind of standard on how to deal with things that are going to happen when you are a sinful human being, right? So the reason why God gave the Torah to his people is not because they were good people, right? It is because they were sinful people, right? They were stiff-necked. And we know from Scripture that man is fallen, in a fallen state. And we are bent on evil, right? From the time that Adam and Eve sinned, man has been evil from his youth. At least that's what God says about man after the flood. And, people are murdering, people are killing, people are stealing, people are hurting, people are doing all these things. And so because there is the guarantee that things are going to happen that are not the way they were originally designed to happen, you have to have some kind of legal code on how to deal with those things, right? Now, when the Lord returns and we're living in whatever your eschatology is, I don't want to get into that. But I do believe that eventually sin will be no more, right? Sin will be no more, and then there will not be a need for these kinds of laws. But there has to be some kind of predetermined legal outcome for all these things, right? Murder, rape, adultery, stealing, all these things, beating a servant. There has to be a predetermined moral outcome, because you're always going to have slavery, right? As much as we despise the concept in our modern day, it exists even to this day, and even in Western countries it exists, but in different ways than what we tend to think about it, right? And so there has to be some kind of legal code on how to deal with these things. Jesus says in the Gospels, when they ask him, is it lawful to divorce your wife for any cause? He straight up says that, the law to divorce your wife was given because of the hardness of your heart. But man was not created to be divorced from his wife, right? So, that's how I would approach that. So that's an interesting question, KK Crypto Artist. That's an interesting question. Shout out to Tobias. It's funny that you're an atheist, because your name literally means the Lord is good. So that's a little ironic, but I'm I'm glad you stick around. I lost about 100 people on that rant. I went down from like 600 to 500 viewers. Shout out to KK Crypto Artist. Yeah, people do bring up that scripture a lot. And it's good that you've read multiple religious books. I have as well. I've studied Islam pretty intently, read the Quran. I've read multiple hadith, not in Arabic, of course. I can't read Arabic. I've read the Vedas, and of course, the modern Western Christian canonized biblical 66 books, as well as the other Apocrypha, and especially Jewish commentaries, Mikra Ot Gedulot, and various rabbinic writings and stuff like that. Shout out to Cyrus Crypto, who's agnostic. When does the merch drop? Oh, man. I don't know, man. I need to get on that. I guess I need to get on that. Shout out to Tobias, who says, joining the Discord changed your life. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. Where's Pikachu? Not here today, my friend. Today, we've got Super Mario. I always wear hats that are silly. Right? I'm a silly hat wearer. Oh crap! You purchased a bot but didn't receive an email afterwards. Okay, hit up Chichaco in the Discord, and he will probably be able to help you. Shout out to Rabbi Eduardo, man, my good friend Rabbi Eduardo. Have I ever read the Book of Enoch? Of course I've read the Book of Enoch, It's one of my favorite non-canonical, biblically endorsed books. I would feel weird doing this, man. Speaking of getting Market Cipher merch signed, when I got my Market Cipher mug, it was signed by CryptoFace, and I thought it was part of the mug. Like I thought he designed it because the pencil neck turkey thing is like drawn in Sharpie, right? And it says CF underneath, and I thought that it was just part of the mug design, but it came off in the dishwasher, which I installed myself, by the way. No big deal. Huh? Is this a possible cup and handle? Yeah, possibly. It's possibly a cup and handle. You know who we have to ask? Crypto Lifer. He'll tell us if that's a cup and handle. Okay, so if anyone's not getting emails with the bot, crap. I knew I shouldn't have opened up beta testing. Oh man. Okay, so hit up. Oh crap, man. Ask somebody in the crypto fusion who to talk to, because I know one of the developers, his wife is in labor, and I don't know if they'll be able to help right now. Yeah. So this is an interesting comment here. Don Umar says the Bible is corrupted. The Quran is the only uncorruptible true message from God. Well, I would disagree with that, Don. And here's why. Here's why I would actually disagree with that. The Quran itself actually endorses the Torah and the New Testament scriptures. I'm pretty sure it's Surah chapter 3, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in Surah chapter 3. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. It says in the Quran, it says God, or as in Arabic it would say Allah, there is no God but He, the living, the eternal. Allah sent down to you the book with truth, confirming what came before it. He sent down the Torah and the gospel. The Torah and the gospel. Now here's the thing. Islam will make the claim that the Torah and the gospel have been corrupted after the fact, and that the Quran had to come to basically repair the corruption, right? The only problem with that is that the Quran didn't come around until like the 700s AD, right? Didn't come around until the 700s AD. Now, because of archaeological discoveries such as the Dead Sea Scrolls and even fragments of the New Testament that date back literally to the 1st century AD, we know for a fact that the Torah and the Gospels that we have today are the Torah and the Gospels that we had literally hundreds of years before the time of Jesus. So a great example of that would be the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? So I have right here on my computer a application called Accordance, okay? And in Accordance, I can actually look at the Dead Sea Scrolls. These scrolls date back to like 300 BCE, right? 300 years before the time of the Messiah walking on the earth. And I can read these Dead Sea Scrolls in Hebrew, and they are literally word for word what my modern Hebrew Masoretic text says. And so this Dead Sea Scroll, which predates Muhammad by like 1,000 years, right? I have a copy of the Torah that's 1,000 years before Muhammad. Let me see if I can find it here. Here we go. Right here. Let's oh crap. How do I'm not going to be able to find it in English. I need to be able to find it in Hebrew. So I'm going to pull up my Dead Sea Scrolls right here in canonical order. Right? And so right here, what I'm looking at actually is a copy of the Old Testament from this was actually penned 1,000 years before the birth of Muhammad. And if Muhammad in the Quran is telling us that the Torah is a reliable text, okay, and but you say that it was corrupted in the time of Muhammad, well, we can go back in history 1,000 years before Muhammad and see that it was not corrupted, because the Old Testament we have today is the same exact Old Testament that we had during the time 1,000 years before Muhammad, right? And it's amazing when we read the prophecies, right, about the Messiah, especially like in Isaiah, where it talks about the Messiah, you know, he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities, the chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. Right? The Lord was pleased to crush him, and he will bear their iniquities. Right? It's talking about the Messiah right here. The Messiah himself bore the sin of many and interceded for the transgressors. I'm reading this from a copy of the Old Testament that is 300 years before Jesus' time and 1,000 years before Muhammad's time. So if the Quran is going to endorse the Torah and the Gospels, but then the Muslim will claim, oh, they've been corrupted, well, that's just impossible. We can go back 1,000 years before Muhammad and see that the manuscripts from 300 BC are the exact same as the manuscripts in 2020 AD, right? So that's why I don't buy that the Bible's been corrupted thing, right? That's why I don't buy that. So you know, Don, I don't know how you could feel that way, given the facts of archaeological, empirical data, discovery, manuscript evidence. You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, that's another thing about the Quran, right? The Quran is, 700, 900 years after Christ. And it just comes along and it changes the core fundamental doctrines that are presented to us in the biblical books. And it also endorses the biblical books. So it's very contradictory in that nature. The Quran is going to literally endorse the biblical books, right? And tell the Muslim to believe in the Torah and the Gospel. But then it's going to literally attack the core fundamental doctrines that are found in the Torah and the Gospel. That's very contradictory. So I don't buy the Quran. It's like it's coming along like 700 years after the fact and saying, "Oh, just kidding." I know that like it was already established. These things were already established, but nah. I know it's already been established by eyewitness accounts, multiple of them, that Jesus died on the cross, but nah. It only looked like he died on the cross. Trust me, I'm 900 years after the fact. Trust me. So someone says we have uneven butt cheeks on the top. We don't really have uneven butt cheeks. This is called this is just a trigger wave here. It's just a trigger wave. But these were uneven butt cheeks. And look, I have no hate toward Muslims in any way, shape, or form. So I don't mean any disrespect. I respect all views, but I will tell you why I hold to my view, right? I'm not ashamed as to why I hold to my view. And, I've spent a lot of time looking into these things, so I don't mean to offend anybody, right? So, I respect all people. So Don Umar says the first complete scripture is 900 years after Jesus. No, that's actually not true. That's not true. So, first of all, the Bible itself is not one book. Like the Quran is one book. The Bible is 66 books, right? And so, if you were to go back to, like, let's say the time of even probably Muhammad's day, or especially Jesus' day, they wouldn't pull out a book called the Tanakh. They wouldn't pull out a book called the Bible. They would have a whole bunch of different scrolls or parchments, and each one would contain a different book, right? And so we have complete copies of these individual books. And like I was just telling you, this right here, literally what we're looking at, is a copy of the book of Isaiah, the whole book of Isaiah that goes all the way back to around 300 BC. And this is actually telling you what actual manuscript the book is from. In fact, if you don't want to look at the electronified version, we can go to the Google machine and take a look at the high resolution images of these scrolls that they found, right? It's actually pretty cool. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, we can actually look at all these scrolls, right? See if I can actually find the Great Isaiah Scroll. I don't know if I can find it now. But we can look at actual photographs of these things, right? We can look at actual photographs of these things. So, you know, it's a misconception to think that there's like the complete Bible. You know, there's individual books that we put into one binding and we call it the Bible, which literally just means the book, right? The book. But, you know, when we go back to Muhammad actually, where I closed my tab, but if we go back to the place in the Quran where Muhammad, or whoever's writing this, is talking about Allah sending down the Torah and the Gospel. I mean, the Torah, yeah, we have complete copies of the Torah that go back many, 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 many years before the time of Jesus. And the Dead Sea Scrolls is one of the greatest archaeological discoveries ever made, where we have the Torah in Hebrew, pretty much in its complete form. But even if we didn't have the Torah in Hebrew, we have the Septuagint, which is the Greek translation, which was done in 285 BC, which basically is a timestamp in history saying this is what the Torah said in 285 BC. When we have the translation from Hebrew into Greek, and that has been preserved, and we have copies of the Septuagint that go back many years before Jesus as well. And then we have the Aramaic Targums, which are also a timestamp in history of what the Torah said years before Jesus. So there's many testimonies that the Torah has not been changed, and the Torah is simply just referring to the 5 books of Moses, right? And then the Gospel, I mean, this is basically referring to the Injil, right? The New Testament. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that the New Testament that we have today is the New Testament that they had in the Apostles' day, because we have the manuscript evidence is overwhelming. We have more manuscript evidence, textual evidence, and we could be more confident that our New Testament is accurate than we can be that accounts of Alexander the Great or even Plato are accurate. I mean, there's just overwhelming manuscript evidence, right? So, how many viewers do I have after all this? Still 400. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. That's true, and Tony Z does bring up a good point. And this is something that I often will contemplate, which is the fact that, you know, whether or not you believe in God and whether or not you believe in the Bible, Western civilization is based upon the Judeo-Christian ethics and the Judeo-Christian worldview, which has made Western civilization powerful, wealthy, and free. And it's also we can't deny the fact that the further away Western civilization gets from the Judeo-Christian worldview, the less free we become, and the more enslaved we become, and the less powerful we become, the less wealthy we become, right? Because what the Judeo-Christian ethic worldview does is, whether or not somebody's a genuine believer in God, when society upholds the morality that God created man to prosper in, that nation will prosper. And when a society does not uphold the moral code and the ethics and the values that God created mankind to thrive in, that society will not thrive, and we will fall into oppression and slavery, right? So only 15 dislikes, Khalid. Only 15. We have 600 likes. We have 616 likes, which is the mark of the beast in some manuscripts. So, the mark of the beast in some manuscripts. So look, guys, you know, the long is still doing good here. The long is still good. The short, how's the short? Not doing so hot. Not doing so hot. See, and you guys were right in the poll, right? You guys are right up here. Let's take a look. More pump. Most people said yes. 53% said yes. Wow. So, cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. So I don't know. Maybe we'll dump here. I don't know. Right? That's why I'm schlong. That's why I'm schlonging it. That's why I'm schlonging it right here. Shout out to Aaron G, who's a Muslim. You know, no disrespect, Aaron G. I you know, appreciate your I appreciate you being here, man, and I'm glad we can have, you know, civil conversations and have disagreements, but still be friends, right? That's what makes Western civilization so great, right? We can have differing opinions and still have cordial and even engaging and passionate conversations, right? I enjoy such things. And I enjoy having you around in the live stream and in the Discord, bro. And you're a really good trader. Appreciate you. What was the signal for a short, Christopher Ma? Well, let me tell you. It was this. On the 12-minute time frame, we had bearish divs and money flow coming down like this and like that, right? And that was the trade setup from, well, this was the long from this morning, and then also the short from this morning up here, where we were looking on the 12-minute time frame for the bearish divergence, and that's exactly what we got, right? It's exactly what we got. So we've been on for a while, guys. 2.5 hours. Wow. I would also, Tony Z, like to take along from the Golden Pocket. And what am I planting this year? Mostly focusing on the things that can give me the most calories and nutrition and easiest to grow. So squash, potatoes, greens, beans, and that's really the majority of what I'm growing. Squash are great because they're very nutritious. They have lots of vitamins. The seeds are edible and high in protein. Potatoes, they're high in vitamins. They're very easy to grow, and they're very high in calories. Beans, very nutritious, very easy to grow. You can can them, you can freeze them. They're high in protein, and they're easy to grow. I think I already said that. And then greens, right? Micronutrients, kale, Swiss chard, all that stuff. I'm really focusing on that. You can freeze that. You can dehydrate that and make some good kale chips and stuff. And, you know, I'm trying to become as self-sufficient as possible, as food sovereign as possible as I can, you know. I am not in any altcoin scalps right now, so I am not. My 12-minute candle closes before yours. Are you using Hike and a She? Wait, that's weird. Really, it closes 1 minute before. That's weird. That's weird. Why aren't we at work? I haven't had a job, Gary, since 2013. Shout out to Aaron G. Man, I wish I could plant mangoes no end. I wish I could, but I can't. Not in where I live. I wish maybe someday I will live in Mexico. Hybrid creature, my squash fell over and dies. I think they need to be staked or caged for support. Yeah, I trellis them. In fact, I was supposed to today, before I decided to do this live stream, trellis my squash. I'll have to do that another time. I'll have to do it another time. But yeah, interesting that they just shriveled up and died. What kind of soil are you using, and did you have squash bugs? I mean, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, but in general, they're pretty easy to grow. But I would recommend at least putting a plot of compost down where you're going to actually put the seedling or the seed. So that's funny, Seesaw. That would be interesting and very inappropriate, at least for me to be there. But yeah, guys, I guess I'm gonna kind of head out now because I've been on for a while, and yeah, I guess I said everything I need to say about TA and religion. So see what happens here. So the short's still open, guys. My stop loss is at a $150 loss, so I can close this out at a $1,000 profit. My long is open right now, locked in 2,000, stop loss to entry. Another 2,000 of unrealized, but I'm really hoping we can get that move up to 30.4 at the high of the range. Let's see if we can do it. I'm not sure if we can, but let's see if we can do that. Actually, let me quickly pull the golden pocket out of PHEMEX just to see. I want to make sure that that doesn't line up with my Stuploos. Hang on. Yeah, I just want to make sure that that doesn't line up with my stop loss. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. That's good. I got plenty of playing room with that. All right, y'all. Well, yeah, God bless everybody. And, man, Tony Z, I wish I could go to Florida. That's the promised land right now in America, right? That's the promised land in America right now. But, you know, I'm probably stuck up north. So, shout out to Luis Rivera. Thanks for being here, man. If you have any issues, Luis, hit me up in Discord, man. Hit me up in Discord. I'll get you settled out. And all right, guys, I'm gonna peace out. But receive this blessing, y'all. In the name of Yeshua, in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, I do pray everyone watching this stream, listening to my voice, is blessed in many, many ways, not just financially, but in all ways. So, yeah, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Israel, which in English means, may the Lord bless you and may He protect you and may He shine light upon you, may He have grace upon you, and may He look towards you and give you wholeness and completeness and peace in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. Man, look at that. Say a prayer. Make some profits. All right. Peace, y'all. Wait, what is going on? How am I going to end the stream? Oh, here we go. Peace, y'all.